Good afternoon or evening. Welcome to the Fantasy Endgame live show for Thursday night. Get you ready for most of you, your fantasy playoffs, probably the first round of your fantasy playoffs. Maybe you've already started your playoffs. Maybe you have a bye. You just want to hang out. We're going to get you ready. And by we, I mean me. Because as you can see, I'm flying solo tonight. Pierre is traveling. So safe travels for Pierre. And you may or may not be able to hear it in my voice, but I am sick right now. But I'm still here to answer as many questions as I can. But I will say, I may cough during the stream. I'm going to try not to, and if I do, I'm going to try to hit mute first. But I may have a coughing fit, and I've also been drinking a lot of liquids, so I may need to take a break. If you know what I mean, I think you do. But I'm going to be here for the next 2+ hours, all the way up until game time. Get you ready for Week 15. Get you ready for your fantasy playoffs. Make the right decision so you can be back here next week in the semifinals. Before I get to the questions, let's break down what's going on in tonight's game. So, start on the Raiders side. We did learn Josh Jacobs, right? He didn't practice all week. They listed him as questionable. He's not playing tonight. Do not play Josh Jacobs. Get him out of your lineups if he's in your lineup. I can't say I feel good about Zamir White or Amir Abdullah here. I mean, if you're desperate, I guess, but not feeling good about those guys. In better news, Davante Adams is playing. Remember, he had an illness. He was questionable with an illness. He is going to play, so that's good. This is a great matchup for him. Of course, we'll see if Aiden O'Connell holds him down, as he's been doing, but this is a very good matchup for Davante Adams. On the Chargers side, you should already know, hopefully, that Keenan Allen is out. He was ruled out yesterday, so hopefully you don't have him in your lineup. And, of course, see, I just coughed. And, of course, Easton Stick with the Easton Stick getting the start tonight. Can't feel good about these pass catchers. I know we've gotten a lot of questions about, Josh Palmer, who is back, Quentin Johnston. I mean, maybe if you're willing to gamble, if you're desperate, sure, but I would really not want to start those guys if I don't have to tonight. Now, we have other news. Going into the weekend here, Jonathan Taylor is out, as kind of expected. Was hoping he would play, but not quite yet. Maybe he'll be back week 16. Let's hope. Justin Jefferson trending in a good direction, so that's good. Hopefully we'll have Justin Jefferson back. Tyreek Hill still hasn't practiced. I'm officially getting a bit nervous now. We'll see. Christian Watson hasn't practiced. A.J. Dillon randomly said he broke his thumb on Monday. Okay. I don't know what that means for his status this week, but he broke his thumb. And I don't know if he's going to give it a go or what, but hopefully you're not playing A.J. Dillon. Excuse me. Like I said, I'm going to try not to tonight, but it's going to happen. What else? What other big news? I think that's the big news. We'll obviously be back here Saturday morning. Now, you do need to know, on Saturday, there are 3 games on Saturday. So we are going to be here bright and early, 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific, to answer your start-sit questions on Saturday. So we're not going to be at our normal time. We're going to be earlier. We'll have way more injury information then, more updates about who's in, who's out. We can better help you set your lineup for those games. So make sure you join us for that. And then, of course, we'll do it again Sunday morning with the final injury news, as we always do. Now, there is some good news, because Austin Eckler is actually playing tonight. And I feel good he can at least get a yard. Even with Easton Stick, I feel good Austin Eckler can get a yard. You still have time. You have a couple hours here to use this new customer special. If you haven't joined Underdog yet, they're going to give you this new customer special. And here's the cool thing about it. If you join and use our promo code ENDGAME, they're also going to match your first deposit dollar for dollar up to $100. So you can take the money they give you. You can instantly put it on this Austin Eckler pick, and right away, you have a good chance to win. It's not a guarantee, of course, especially if you go 5 picks, but have a good chance to win. You get the free square here. So check that out. I also want to let you know, unless I take a turn for the worse tomorrow and can't get out of bed, which is not going to happen, we're going to draft tomorrow on Underdog. If you want to join us, if you want another way to sweat fantasy outside of your regular leagues, be here tomorrow, probably around 6 Pacific, somewhere around there, probably. And we will run a draft. So if you haven't joined yet, that's another great reason to join. Just make sure when you go to Underdog Fantasy, use our promo code ENDGAME, make that first deposit, get the free money they give you up to $100. They're just going to give you free money to use. You can use it on the Eckler pick. You can use it on that draft tomorrow. It's a lot of fun. It's a good way to sweat fantasy, even if you're eliminated, and you can do it all throughout the playoffs too. So you have a reason to kind of stay vested, even in the real NFL playoffs. All right, but I'm going to get to as many questions as I can tonight. Now, if this is your first time or you don't know how this works, I'm going to answer as many questions as I can. I do have to prioritize the super chats. I know a lot of times we get comments like, oh, these guys only answer, super chats. I mean, if somebody's going to take their hard-earned money and attach it to a question, we kind of have to respect that. But I will try to answer some non-super chats, depending on how busy I am, how long it's going here, how many questions I get. So relax. Just please don't spam the chat. Just ask it once. I'm going to scroll down. I'll see it. If it stands out to me, if it looks good, I'll pull it up. If you spam the chat, I'm going to put you in timeout. I don't want to put you in timeout. I'm not a mean guy. I'm a nice guy. I don't want to do that. Don't make me do that. Just ask your question once. I'll see it. If I don't answer it, it's either because I don't have time or maybe I'm just like, maybe I've answered about those players, 50 times already. Okay. Hold on. I need some water. Bear with me, guys. Hopefully I don't look as tired as I feel right now. All right. But I will start with a non-super chat because Austin Johnson was here 2 hours ago asking this question. Austin, I don't know if you're still here, but appreciate you being on 2 hours ago asking the question. So it's full PPR. He needs 2 running backs, 2 receivers, a flex. Mixon, Gibbs, Barkley, Connor, Aaron Jones, Tyreek Hill, Chase, Adams, Cooper. All right. Sorry about that. I think you got to go Barkley and Gibbs at running back still. I do like Mixon this week at home against the Steelers, but it's tough to bench Barkley right now. He gets so many touches. He's a whole offense. Also Gibbs against the Broncos. In PPR, I think I'm going Barkley and Gibbs. Here's the thing. I think you have to play Adams tonight. Because what if Tyreek Hill doesn't play? I mean, then you're playing Chase and Cooper, which isn't horrible. So I'm going to go Adams tonight. And then if Tyreek Hill plays, I'm playing Tyreek Hill. And then I'll flex Chase. If Tyreek Hill doesn't play, I'll obviously play Chase as my wide receiver 2 and flex Mixon. So Barkley, Gibbs, Adams tonight. Then either Tyreek with Chase at flex or Chase with Mixon at flex. Then he also needs a defense here. Vegas, Titans, Bengals. I think it's got to be Vegas tonight at home. I mean, unless we're somehow worried. Like, are we somehow worried? Like, is this guy coming out tonight and lighting this Raiders team up? Maybe. But I'll take my chances. I'll take my chances with the Raiders. I'm playing the Raiders at home tonight. I appreciate you, Austin. And then we do have one more from about 2 hours ago. Actually, we got a couple more, and then we'll get to the super chats. Sean, what's up? Got a good one. All right, let's see, Sean. Pressure. Let's see if it's a good one. I'll be the judge of that. Fields and Stroud, definitely Fields. Oh, yeah, does not look like Stroud's playing. Has not practiced yet. How good can you even feel about Stroud if he plays? Probably no Nico. Definitely no Tank. I mean, I guess he does have Schultz and Noah Brown back, but just go Fields. Moss Hall, Achane, Jacobs. Well, he can't play Jacobs. Javonte. Let's see. He says he needs 2 running backs. I think you got to go Achane and Hall. Oh, man. Moss gets another chance. Will he come through? We'll see. 2 wide receivers. Cup, Chase, Puka. Ooh, and Olave. I think you got to play the first 3. I'm playing both Rams wide receivers this week against Commanders. I don't care. They're at home. Commanders are terrible. And as much as I like Olave, I don't think I could bench Chase for Olave. I mean, it's close. Olave has been pretty up and down with Jake Browning, but yeah, I think I'm still going Chase. So Cup, Chase, Puka in your flex. And then Schultz or Hill. If it's Davis Mills, I can't play Dalton Schultz. I'll just gamble on Taysom Hill. See what he gives me. All right, one more before we get to the super chats or the member chats, because this was also almost 2 hours ago. Gabo Gexi. And by the way, I'm going to butcher some names tonight. Pierre's a teacher. He's great at names. I'm not. I will do my best. But if I butcher your name, apologies. I probably will. All right. With Allen out, pick one for the flex. JSN, Hall, Deontay, London. I think you still got to go Hall. I mean, I don't want to fall into the trap of that game last week where, Zach Wilson had one good half of football and now everybody thinks Zach Wilson can support this offense. But he gets so many dump offs. I mean, he catch 5 passes minimum. He has such a high floor. And don't love London's matchup this week. JSN, we don't know. Is it Geno or Drew Lock? Deontay, just, yeah. I'm going Hall. And if you're asking about Palmer or Samuel from the waiver, pick one up, I would go Curtis Samuel. I mean, how good can we feel about Josh Palmer tonight with this guy? Not very. Maybe he'll surprise us, but we can't feel very good. Samuel's got Sam Howell. He's been mostly good. He's been okay this year. I shouldn't say mostly good. He's been okay. I'm going to go Samuel from the waiver wire. All right. Sorry about that. All right. Let's get to some of our members. Moises, always here. Getting ready for Thursday Night Football. First playoff game. Let's go. The real season starts now. Looking for a defensive upside in 10-team PPR. I picked up the Browns, but thinking, I'm going Raiders. I don't mind the Browns this week. I mean, Justin Fields will turn it over. He will take sacks. But he also could run for a bunch of yards, run for touchdowns, hit a big bomb. I'm gonna see what Easton Stick can do. Let's see what this kid can do. He's not even a kid. He's 28. Well, for me, he's a kid. Let's see what Easton Stick can do tonight. I'm going Raiders. Although you do say you have the Chiefs. Chiefs are interesting too because they get Bailey Zappi and the Patriots, who I'm not buying into last week either. I'm not all of a sudden thinking Bailey Zappi is that dude. That's close. Raiders have actually been good lately on defense. I might just go Raiders. If you're looking for upside, I might go Raiders, but it's really close. It's really close. Good luck there, Moises. Oh, Arvin missed playoffs by 0.73. Oh, that's brutal. That hurts. Needed Achane or Reed to catch one more on Monday. Oh, man. All right, well, at least you made it in another one. Again, we talked about this last night. This is why it's good to play in, multiple leagues. Because if something happens like this where you get unlucky or maybe you drafted, a bunch of busts or a bunch of injuries, at least you're still alive in other leagues. All right, so he needs help in the other league where he's in the playoffs. Is he going to flex Hollywood Brown? Zamir White. Hollywood Brown, I don't think he's practiced yet either. Has he? Did I see anything today? Let me see. Did he practice? All right, well, he said he feels a lot better coming off the bye week. And he said he's still working back toward playing this week and called his injury day to day. All right. So maybe. I'm probably still going him. I'm not playing Zamir White tonight. If Zamir White does something, oh well. It's your fantasy playoffs. I need better than Zamir White. Chandler is interesting. I would probably go. You say here, doesn't say. If it's non-PPR, I'd probably go Madison. If it's PPR, I'll go Hollywood, assuming he plays. And of course, if Hollywood doesn't play, not Madison, Chandler. And of course, if Hollywood doesn't play, then you're going Chandler no matter what. All right, Everett. Sorry guys. Everett or Waller if he plays, or pick up Schultz. Oh man. I might actually have to roll Waller out in one league this week. I mean, how good do we feel about Everett? I mean, how good do we feel about Schultz potentially with Davis Mills? I might just wait on Waller. And then if he doesn't play, just go to Schultz. At least, Davis Mills has at least played NFL games before. Not saying he's any good, but at least he's done it. All right. All right, Frank, and then we'll get back to Super Chat saying, I need help first week of playoffs, and I'm only here because of us. Well, I don't know about that. I'm sure you made many good decisions this year. Fields or Howell? I think you got to go Fields. Way more upside for Fields. Kincaid, Isaiah Likely, or Freiermuth. I'm still going Kincaid over these guys. Personally, I'm going Kincaid. So Fields and Kincaid for me. And good luck, Frank. All right, Marcus. First super chat. Thank you. Marcus always here. Full PP. Oh, yeah, that's right. Marcus has the crazy where, like, didn't somebody score like 100? Some running back scored like 100 points in your league. Like, didn't Zeke have a lot? Because it's point per carry. And you get a bonus for a 40-yard touchdown, a 50-yard, a 100-yard, which, I mean, I don't know if anybody's going to get a 100-yard touchdown, but you never know. That would be cool. All right. Needs an RB2, 2 wide receivers, tight end flex. I mean, who do we think is going to get a bunch? We got to think Eckler's getting a bunch of carries tonight, right? That's the thing. Achane hasn't been getting a lot of carries. I mean, he did 2 weeks ago, but that's because they were in garbage time. Didn't get a lot of carries last week. Zeke certainly got a lot of carries, but are we expecting that kind of game script for Zeke again? I think I still got to go Eckler. I mean, he's got to pretty much be the offense, right? I think I still go Eckler tonight. Hope he can get a bunch of carries. All right, and then two wide receivers. Well, Tyreek if he plays. Actually, you know what? You have Amon-Ra and A.J. Brown. Even if Tyreek plays, I might bench him. Unless we hear something that he's like fully fine, no issue. The ankle's not even an issue. But you got Amon-Ra and A.J. Brown. Why even risk it with Tyreek? Just play those guys. One tight end, Kelsey, Laporta. I think it's still got to be Kelsey over Laporta. Saints or Browns D? Browns against Bears at home. Saints against the Giants at home. I feel like it should be the Saints, but I'm okay with the Browns too. I don't want to buy too much into the legend of Tommy DeVito. Saints at home, that sounds pretty good. I might just go Saints. But they're both good. But I will say this, like, I don't know if you're holding two defenses for the playoffs, but you could, well, I don't know if the Browns have a great matchup next week, but they do in week 17. All right, Mary Jo, how's it going? 18 PPR Fields, Bijan White, DJ Moore, Sun God, Ferguson, Debo. Ravens in the kicker. Man, I mean, it's hard to bench Olave, but you got DJ Moore, Sun God, and Debo, so I think you're going to bench Olave, unfortunately. I'm going Ferguson over McBride. I'm playing Bijan and White this week. I'm playing Fields. I would, man. Are there any other defenses available besides the Chargers and the Ravens? Oh, you got Packers? The Packers get the Bucks at home. I might go Packers this week. I might go Packers at home versus the Bucks and Baker Mayfield. All right, Abamanu, what's up? Good to see you. Need 2 running backs, a wide receiver, and a flex. Swift, Bijan, Pacheco still hasn't practiced. Not looking good for him. Zeke, Rashad White. Oh, wow. I got to go Bijan and Rashad White. Those guys, they get the touches, the guaranteed touches. They've been good. I think Swift could definitely bounce back this week. But when you got Bijan and White, just play those guys. 1 wide receiver between Rice, Wilson, Hollywood. Yeah, in this case, I probably won't play Hollywood. Not risk it with the heel. I like Rice this week. I'm going Rice. Not playing Josh Palmer. Hurts, Lamb, Goddard, a kicky in her defense. Yeah, it looks good. You don't have another tight end? Yeah. So that's what I'm doing. Bijan and White. Rice at wide receiver. Oh, you need a flex. I might go Swift at flex. I like Swift this week. He's risky, of course, but I think the Eagles bounce back. I think the offense bounces back. He's in a great spot. I'm going to go Swift. All right, I like this question from Eric. He's got the buy. He's being diligent, as you should be with the buy. He's not just sitting back doing nothing. He's got Dowdle and Mason. He's looking for another running back. CEH, Abdullah, Patrick Taylor, Miles Sanders, Michael Carter. I mean, I think we could see. What if we see Pacheco back next week? I think I'm still going CEH, though. He's a starting guy there. Let's see what he does this week. You never know. Pacheco might not make it back next week. I mean, Sanders, Patrick Taylor with Aaron Jones probably coming back. Abdullah. I'm gonna go CEH here. All right, Oscar, saying hit that like. Endgame is amazing. Thank you. So let's see your question here. Higgins, JSN, or Ty Chandler? Higgins is interesting. He was okay. And I mean just okay. With Browning last week. I certainly think he has more upside. But Chandler has a way higher floor. He should get the volume. It's a good matchup. I'm probably going Chandler this week. All right, Sal. Sorry. Needs 2 in a flex and half PPRs. Amir, Ford, Lockett, Hollywood, Gibson, Spears, Johnston. All right, if Hollywood is a full go, he's one. I definitely like Gibson this week regardless, but if Brian Robinson is out, I definitely like Gibson. Lockett would be next. Like, Lockett would be number 1 if Geno Smith plays. If it's Drew Lock, probably have him 3. And then maybe Ford 4th. Not really considering those other guys. So let's see how it goes this week. If Brian Robinson plays or not, if Geno plays or not, if Hollywood plays or not. That's kind of how I rank them right now. All right. Here we go. First name I'm going to butcher. I apologize. Poom. Sorry about that. I'm sure it was wrong. I apologize. I'm doing my best. 2 wide receivers. Debo, Lockett, Thielen, London, Nico. Well, I don't think Nico's going to play. I mean, Debo, you got to play for sure. If it's Geno, Lockett's going to be my number 2. If not, then I'd probably just go London. At least he's the number 1 wide receiver there. He can always make a big play. So, Debo and then Lockett if Geno plays. Otherwise, London. All right, 2 running backs. CMC, Monty, Connor, Achane, Kyron. I think you got to go CMC and Kyron. Those guys are just like lineup locks pretty much. 1 flex. Monty and Achane are close for the flex. Monty in such a good matchup. But we know Achane has that huge ceiling. But look, Achane hasn't practiced yet either, so maybe just go Monty and not risk it with Achane. Man, Dolphins are banged up right now. All right, 1 QB, Howler, Love. I mean, it should be Love. He's got a great matchup at home against the Bucs. Prior to last week, he'd been really good. I think I'm probably still going with Howell. All right, good luck. Thank you for that. All right, Andrew. Playoff time in the flex. Noah Brown, Keaton Mitchell, Elijah Moore, or Chase Brown. Just give me Chase Brown. Unless somehow CJ Stroud plays and Nico doesn't, then maybe I'll play Noah Brown. But that's looking unlikely. Just give me Chase Brown. I mean, what are we hoping for at Keaton Mitchell? A home run. What have we gotten so far from Chase Brown? Home runs. So give me the guy who's actually doing it in an offense that, look, they're playing well. That offense is playing well. Credit to Zach Taylor. I'm going Chase Brown. All right, Andrew, again, appreciate you guys. Thank you. We appreciate you. Oh, we just did this one. Thank you, though. Just did it. All right. Richard Slinko, full PPR, needs 2. Moss, Zeke, Eckler. Why do I feel like this is the week Moss is going to have like 2 touchdowns? After doing nothing for 2 straight weeks, and people are going to be like, nah, I'm benching this bum. Then he's going to have 2 touchdowns. I think you got to still go Eckler. Look, it's a good matchup for Zeke against the Chiefs. They're not a strong run defense. He's going to catch a ton of passes. It's PPR. I think I'm going Eckler and Zeke, but man, if this is the week Moss scores 2 touchdowns, it's going to be tilting. Sid Diggs for OBJ or Cooks? Nah, I'm not doing it. I know. Diggs hasn't been good. I have him in a league. Thankfully, I have the bye. He hasn't been good. It's not a great matchup against Dallas, but he's such a good player. I mean, OBJ, Cooks bombed last week. I'm still going Diggs. All right, then at tight end, Hawkinson, McBride, likely. I'm still going Hawkinson. Playing both JJ and Hawk makes me nervous. I mean, I get it, but he's got to throw to somebody. I mean, McBride in a tough spot, likely. I mean, that makes me nervous. I'm still going Hawk. I'm still going Hawk, personally. Good luck this week, Richard. All right, Thomas. Full PPR. Dallas or New Orleans? I'm going New Orleans. I'm not starting the Dallas defense on the road against the Bills. New Orleans against who? A bad team. I'm in a brain fog right now. I'm going New Orleans at home against the Giants. Yeah, I'm not worried about Tommy DeVito. Let's see him do it on the road in New Orleans. Then maybe I'll get worried. So New Orleans for me. All right, just because, Pierre's not here. Finn's up, baby. Should I start Waddle or Josh Palmer? You got to start Waddle. He had 8 catches, 114 yards last time against the Jets. He actually matches up really well. And I don't think, Sauce is going to shadow him if Tyreek is out. So, Josh Palmer, I mean, yeah, again, he's got this guy throwing him passes. Can't feel good about that. Of course, now I'm saying this Josh Palmer going for 100 yards and 2 touchdowns tonight because why not? All right, let's keep it moving. Ugh. All right, trust Lock, drop Sharp or Chandler. I think you got to drop Charbonnet. Chandler's the guy. Alexander Madison already ruled out, and I bet we don't see Alexander Madison in the fantasy playoffs at least. Maybe week 18 if they're fighting for the playoffs, but not before then probably. What's up, Sir Boomer? Welcome. All right. Poom again. I'm sorry, man. I'm really sorry. I hope that wasn't too bad. Okay. Oh, Jaden Reed? Let me see. Who'd you have before? Let's go back to your thing. You had Evo Lockett, Thielen. Yeah, I would definitely pick up Jaden Reed. I mean, you can drop. I don't know who you can drop. I mean, you could probably drop Howell if you're not going to start him. He gets the Jets on the road next week. You're not starting Sam. If somebody wants to pick up Sam Howell and play him next week, it's a trap drop. You drop him. You hope your opponent picks him up and plays him against you, and then you win. You could drop Howell, pick up Jaden Reed, see if he plays. Because if he plays, it's a great matchup for him. I would definitely have him second behind Debo, assuming again Geno doesn't play. So definitely do that. And we got Joe. What's up, Joe? Happy holidays to you too. Thank you. It's got to be Stafford. Such a good spot for Stafford this week at home. This offense is rolling. He's rolling. Kupp is healthy. Puka's healthy. Kyron's healthy. The Commanders' defense is a joke. It's got to be Stafford over Mahomes in your fantasy playoffs. All right, Ryan Leal. What's up, Ryan? Let's see if I can find your question. There it is. No Keenan. Options for flex and wide receiver 2. Terry. I kind of like Terry this week. Believe it or not. It's going to be on tomorrow's video. Reed, Chandler, JSN. I would, assuming like everybody's healthy, I would play Reed at wide receiver 2, Terry at flex. If Reed is out, I would play Terry at wide receiver 2, Chandler at flex. Tight end Komet or Muth. I mean, I think you got to go Muth. I know it's scary. He's got Mitch Trubisky, but it's a Colts. They're not a terrible matchup for tight ends. The Browns are a terrible matchup for tight ends. So I'm gonna go Muth this week. All right, I'm just scrolling down looking for an interesting one here, guys. So bear with me. Usually Pierre does this, and he's much more seasoned than I am. All right, let's help out AST because it is for tonight. Amir Abdullah or Keaton Mitchell. Just go with Mitchell. I mean, Amir Abdullah, if Justin Herbert was playing and I felt good about this offense and I was like, hey, maybe the Raiders are getting blown out. Maybe he's catching a bunch of dump offs. I'd say Abdullah, but I don't see that happening with Easton Stick. So let's go Keaton Mitchell. Hope for that home run finally. It's got to happen one week, right? Maybe. We'll see. All right, Max Camp TV, what's up? Hold on, I need some water here. Best advice I can give you is don't get sick. All right. Max Camp TV, one running back and a flex. Barkley, Gibbs, and Hall. I think here I'm benching Hall. I mean, let's remember, before last week, people were like, nobody wanted to start Breece Hall before last week. He was doing nothing. I mean, he's not unstartable. He's got a floor. He catches passes. But, I mean, you're really having to bank on, Zach Wilson putting together 2 really good games. Not even 2 good games. He really only had 1 good half. It's pretty terrible in the first half. I think Barkley is like a no doubt for me. And then Gibbs against the Broncos, I think just too much upside. Barkley and Gibbs. All right, KR asking, would you do Raiders or Bears over Cowboys? Yes, I'm not starting the Cowboys this week. Against the Bills in Buffalo? Nah, just give me the Raiders or the Bears. Probably prefer the Raiders at home against Easton Stick. Yeah, are you guys sick of that joke yet? Probably, huh? Probably sick of it. I'd probably be sick of it. All right. 95, what's up? Yeah, I'm doing all right. I'm hanging in there. I'll be fine. Don't worry about me. Got a first round bye. There we go. That's always nice. So looking ahead, which DST next week? Don't want to play for. Don't the 49ers have a good defense? Oh, man. I think you got to go. I think you got to go Broncos against the Patriots, right? Who do the 49ers play next week? Yeah, Ravens and San Fran. Okay, I get it. I get it if you don't want to play them. But I think you got to go Broncos against the Pats. I mean, do we really think what happened last week is like the new norm, or do we think what happened the first 14 weeks, or I guess 13 with the bye? Yeah, go with the Broncos. And I like you thinking ahead, stashing that defense. That's what you got to do. Just because you have the bye doesn't mean you get to ignore fantasy. You should be making moves like this, getting your team ready for next week. Looking at who has good matchups. I'll say right now, if you got Pat Freiermuth, hang on to Pat Freiermuth. He gets the Bengals next week. Remember what he did to the Bengals last time? Now, granted, it was Kenny Pickett, but you never know. It's still a great matchup. Just saying. Look ahead. Look ahead. All right, let's get this one for 42 Cal King. Njoku or Kittle. I know Njoku was awesome last week, but I can't bench Kittle for Njoku. Kittle can win your week on any given week. Njoku, that was probably the only time he's going to win your week. So, yeah. I like Njoku this week, but not over Kittle. All right, Joey Ford, Zamir, Samuel, or Komet. I'm going to assume Curtis. I mean, if somehow that's Debo Samuel, play Debo Samuel. But I'm going to assume Curtis because you're talking about, Zamir White, Komet. I'm probably still going Curtis Samuel, though. I mean, when you look at Curtis Samuel, Hold on. All right, when you look at Curtis Samuel, I mean, 4 catches for 65 yards against the Dolphins, 9 for 100 the week before. Yeah, he was bad the 2 weeks prior, but I mean, that's what you're going to get. I think he at least has some potential. Like Kmet, not a good matchup against the Browns. And Zamir, I don't know. Let's see what Zamir does tonight before we start him in a must-win game like this. Give me Curtis Samuel. Ah. All right. Dark City, got to explain yourself. Bench the Sun God. Why? Did I miss something? Did I miss something here? All right, keep it rolling. We got Jules. Henry, what's up? Full BPR, 2 running backs, 2 wide receiver, and a flex. All right, let's go. The 2 wide receivers, Debo, Amon-Ra, and Jefferson. I think in this case, I just sit Jefferson. Like, I don't think Jefferson's an outright bench for me. But when you got Debo and Sun God, I'm just going to sit Jefferson. Play those other guys. 2 running back, Kamara, Kyron, Rachaad White, James Cook. Oh, man. I mean, I think you have to play Kyron. I think you got to play White, but I think you also got to play Kamara. Who the Saints get again? I just saw this. I just saw the Saints, and now I can't remember. It was like literally 2 minutes ago. The Giants, it's a good matchup for Kamara. Well, you do get a flex, so maybe in this case I would flex White, Kamara, and Kyron. Hard to bench those guys. So I'm going to go Debo and Amon-Ra, and then I'm going to go White, Kamara, and Kyron. One of those guys in the flex. Good luck, Jules. All right, Andrew, Fields or Tua? I think you got to go Fields. He can't feel good about Tua against the Jets, potentially with either a limited or no Tyreek Hill. Just go Fields. Yeah, it's fine. I mean, I know you say you have Waddle. I still like Waddle, but I'm not going to force the stack when Tua has the worst matchup. I'm going to go Fields and Waddle. I think, because think about it. Like, Waddle can still be good, right? Like last game, perfect example. Tua had 9 fantasy points. Jalen Waddle had almost 20 because he had 8 catches, 114 yards. Like, Waddle can be good even if Tua isn't. So don't force the stack. Go Fields and then Waddle. Paul with a question. All right, let's see if I can, or for the super chat. Thank you. Let's see if I can find your question. Is it down below? I think there it is. Connor Hollywood or Curtis Samuel? I mean, look, if Hollywood is like full go, not on the injury report, they're like he's good to go. Okay, maybe I'll go Hollywood. But otherwise, I'm going Connor. I mean, it's not a great matchup for him. I get it, but he gets the volume. He's got touchdown upside. So Hollywood, if he's like full go, not on the injury report. Otherwise, Connor. And thank you for that, Paul. Les Poole, what's up? Good to see you. Pick one in the flex. PPR, Moss, Deontay, Zeke, Reed, Noah Brown. I think I still have to go Moss. Maybe Reed if he's full go. Because remember, Reed dealing with an ankle injury, so we got to monitor that. Sorry. I'm going to say right now Moss. But if Reed is again, off the injury report, good to go, the ankle's not an issue, I might go Reed in PPR. Good luck, Les. Maybe come back on Saturday or Sunday when we have the latest injury rundowns. Vinny, what's up? With Allen out, picked up Jaden Reed. I like it. Should I pick up Watson? I mean, yeah, I think you should pick up Watson, not over Jaden Reed. If you have a spot on your bench, if you have somebody on your bench that's like never going to go into your starting lineup, like if you have, say, I don't know, who's somebody that you're never probably going to start? Like you got DeMario Douglas sitting on your bench, Jacoby Myers sitting on your bench. Just pick up Watson and see if he comes back this year. But Reed this week, if Reed's good to go with the ankle, definitely go Reed this week. I don't think Watson's playing. He hasn't practiced yet. It's not looking good for Watson. All right, F triple K. Douglas or Ridley? Like Demario Douglas that I just talked about for the Patriots? Nah, just give me Ridley. Give me Ridley. Do we even know? Is Demario Douglas back yet? Is he even playing this week? Is there another Douglas I'm not thinking about? Can't think of anyone. Let's see. Is Demario Douglas? Okay, he did return to practice. Yeah, I think he's okay, but this isn't a great spot against the Chiefs. I'll just gamble on the upside of Ridley. You need upside this time of year. You don't need like 10 fantasy points. Give me a guy who can win my week potentially. I'm going Ridley. Thank you for that, by the way. All right, Matthew. Endgame has got me in the playoffs. Nope. You did that, buddy. We're just here answering questions. Mayfield or Flacco? Ooh. I think I might actually go Flacco. He's at home. He'll sling it. Mayfield on the road against the Packers? That's not inspiring. I'm going to go Flacco. Good luck. Good luck. All right. DJ in here, you're answering a lot of questions. Appreciate it. So I'll answer yours. Puka, Zay Jones, London. If CJ plays, Noah Brown. Puka. Even if CJ plays, I'm playing Puka. Puka against Commanders. Give me that. I'll take my chances. Puka bombs, oh well. The Stafford bombs, oh well. I'm going down with the ship. I'm going down with the ship of the Los Angeles Rams at home against Commanders. If I go down, I go down. But it's too good of a spot. Way too good of a spot. All right, back to Super Chats. Chris Foy, what's up? Thank you. Derrick Henry or Pollard, full PPR and why? We always explain why. We don't always get it right. We get plenty wrong. I mean, look, we're trying to predict the future here. And not only that, we're trying to predict human beings playing a football game in the future. But we always explain why. So hopefully that at least helps. I got to go Henry this week. He's at home. He's facing the Texans, not a strong run defense. Derrick Henry has been significantly better at home this year. The Titans have been significantly better at home this year. The Texans probably aren't going to have CJ Stroud, which means don't have to worry about like last game where he gets, scripted out, although he did get that late touchdown, but he got scripted out there at the end. Pollard is fine. I like Pollard this week, but it is a good spot for him against the Bills, but Cowboys on the road. I don't feel a big Pollard game. Plus, we're seeing Rico Dowdle get more involved. I mean, you look at Rico Dowdle here. Rico Dowdle, where are you at, buddy? Rico Dowdle, 12 carries last week. And it wasn't just garbage time. He got an early touchdown. He got an early goal line carry. I'm going Derrick Henry for those reasons. Saints or Raiders? I'm going Raiders. I'm streaming again against Easton Stick. Look, if Easton Stick comes out, lights the lamp, lights us up, oh well. Risk you got to take. Raiders could potentially have a huge game tonight. I'm taking the Raiders. Thank you for that, Chris. Appreciate you. All right, Brad Wells, what's up? Thank you so much. Standard League. First round of playoffs. Let's go. Mike Evans, Garrett Wilson, OBJ, which two? I think you got to start Evans. Look, I know he had a down week last week, but Chris Godwin's wife out there tweeting to the coach, squeaky wheel. They gave Godwin 11 targets. He did nothing. They're going to go back to feeding Mike Evans. He's got touchdown upside. He's got big play upside. You want that in standard scoring. I think I still got to go Garrett Wilson. OBJ is interesting, but man, it's like he could get you nothing. Garrett Wilson at least has a pretty high floor, even in standard, right? He gets 80 plus yards usually. He could score. I'm going to go Evans and Garrett Wilson. Saints, Packers, or Colts? I think you got to go Colts. They're playing Mitch Trubisky and the Steelers. They're rolling right now. They've been playing well. They're at home. I'm going Colts. Garrett Wilson, James Cook, or Achane? Well, I would say Achane if he was healthy, but he hasn't practiced yet this week. He has a toe injury. Maybe that's why he didn't get a lot of touches last week. I don't know. Might just go James Cook. They're committing to James Cook. It's standard scoring. He's getting the usage. He's getting the touches. Ever since Joe Brady's been – not Joe Brady. Ken Dorsey was fired and Joe Brady took over. He's getting more involved. So in standard scoring, I'm going to go James Cook. Good luck, Brad. Hopefully we see you in week 16. All right, now we got Kevin G. Sorry, Kevin. Kevin G. Ty Chandler, Lockett, Douglas, OBJ, Noah Brown, pick 2. Well, I'm going to say if Geno plays, Lockett is 1. If CJ Stroud plays, Noah Brown is probably 2. I would have Ty Chandler 3, OBJ 4, and Douglas 5. So there you go. You can go by that. Lockett 1 if Geno plays. Otherwise, cross him off. Eliminate him. Noah Brown and CJ Stroud plays. Otherwise, cross him off. Eliminate him. And then I will go Ty Chandler, OBJ, Douglas. Will be my next 3. Good luck. Kevin? Joe Castles, what's up? Las Vegas or Atlanta? DST. Atlanta gets the Panthers. I mean, it's hard not to stream against Bryce Young and the Panthers. Like, you just know. Like, Atlanta has the floor. Atlanta has a very high floor. Bryce Young is not going to light up the Falcons. He'll take some sacks. He'll probably throw a pick. The Panthers may not score a touchdown. Falcons have the high floor. Raiders have the upside. They have the ceiling because we don't know Easton's sick. What is he going to like? Sack fumbles, terrible picks, pick 6, right? They have the upside. So, apologies, guys. Yeah. I'd probably go Raiders for that ceiling. I mean, look, you want a defense that can get you 7, 8, 9, maybe 10 points, you go Atlanta. You want a defense that can maybe win your week, you go the Raiders. Tua, Flacco, or Kyler? I'm going Kyler. He's at home. I know it's a tough matchup against the 49ers, but he's at home. He runs. He can always run in a touchdown. Flacco, pretty deep here. And then Tua, again, against the Jets. Even at home, I can't feel good about him, especially if Tyreek doesn't play or if he's limited. So I'll go Kyler. All right, thank you, Joe. Good luck. All right, Joe McHenry again. What's up? 10-team PPR needs 2 running backs. CMC, yes. Pacheco, Zeke, Chandler. I don't think Pacheco's playing. And even if he does, how good can you feel? A shoulder injury, risk of re-aggravation, especially shoulder, like if he lowers that shoulder. I'll just go CMC and Zeke. 2 wide receivers. It's PPR. Sun God, Evans, Pickens, Flowers, Noah Brown. I mean, Sun God and Evans. Again, I'm not worried about what happened with Evans last week. I think they just said, okay, let's get Chris Godwin more involved. Squeaky wheel. It didn't work. Not to mention, who did they play last week? The Falcons. Falcons, right? Yeah, Falcons. I think I saw a stat where the Falcons, they bracketed him. They did a great job against him. So, not worried about that this week. I'm going Sun God and Evans. Paul saying he spent 5 on Super Chat. Yep, I got you. I'm scrolling down here. That's the thing, guys. If you did drop a Super Chat, don't worry. I'm going to get to your question before the game kicks off. But I'm also looking for other questions in case I see one that stands out to me. So if you dropped a Super Chat, I'm about 20 minutes behind. So just know I'm 20 minutes behind, but I will catch up. Don't worry. Appreciate you, Paul. And I think I answered this one. I said Hollywood. I said Hollywood if he's like full go, not on the injury report. Otherwise, Connor. All right, OG Sumo Vibe always here. What's up? Would you start White and Kamara over JJ? Yeah. Just don't risk it with JJ this week. Coming off the injury, Nick Mullins. White's been fantastic. Kamara's been fantastic. They're in good spots. I would just bench JJ this week, honestly. All right, Anthony. Full PPR, round 1, must win. Yep, must win. Let's go. DK or Devonta Smith? I'd probably just go Devonta Smith either way. Again, this is a bounce back spot for this Eagles offense. Remember, they just played the 49ers and the Cowboys, two of the best defenses. Now they get the Seahawks, not one of the best defenses. I mean, DK is in a great spot this week against the Eagles. But it may be Drew Lock. It may be a banged up Geno Smith if he could somehow play. And when you look at it's all right. Yeah, I'm just gonna go Devonta Smith here and not risk it with DK. All right, Khalid Olenja. Should I start Pat Fryermuth, Sam Howell, or Trevor Lawrence? Is this a super flex? I'm assuming super flex. I'm not super flexing Pat Fryermuth. Oh, that's Patrick Mahomes. See, I told you guys I'm Patrick Mahomes. I'm still going Mahomes here. Sam Howell, don't feel great about him. Trevor Lawrence against the Ravens. I mean, maybe you get a game like last week where he has to throw it 50 times, but I'm still, out of these guys, I'm still going Mahomes. I'm still going Mahomes over these guys. I'm not completely out of Mahomes. All right, Joe McHenry again. Other team, also 10-team PPR, needs two running backs, James Cook, Hall, Ford, Connor. I think you got to go Cook and Hall in PPR. Ford, also dealing with a hand injury. I don't know if how he's looking, but Connor not in a great spot this week. I'm just going to go with Cook and Hall. Two wide receivers, Kupp, Ayuk, yes. Kupp and Ayuk. Is there a flex? Amari, Myers, Lockett, and a flex. I might just flex Amari. He had 14 targets last week, 7 catches, 77 yards. He didn't go off like I had hoped. I mean, 7 catches, 77 yards. He's at home. Joe Flacco will sling it. I'm going Amari at the flex. Good luck in that one as well, Joe. Oh, sorry, guys. All right, apologies for that. I keep coughing. Let me get some water. All right. Prime 8 plays. Start 2.5 PPR. Eckler, Monty, Hall, and Achane. I think I'm just going Eckler and Monty. I mean, Eckler and Hall feel very similar to me. Bad offenses, going to catch a bunch of dump offs. But I feel like if the Chargers get near the goal line, they're just going to hand it off to Eckler. They're just going to hand it off to Eckler every time. So I'm going to go, and he's got a better matchup tonight against the Raiders. So Eckler, I think I still got to go Monty. Again, Achane with that toe. I mean, unless we hear he's good to go, but he hasn't, excuse me, guys. He hasn't practiced yet this week. Man. He did not get a lot of carries last week. I think I'm going Eckler and Monty against the Broncos. Hard to bench a running back against the Broncos, especially Lions at home. Go Monty. Go Joker. Mahomes or Russ? I'm still going Mahomes. It's not like Russ has been, like putting up huge games. So it's a good matchup for Russ, sure, but I'm still going Mahomes over Russ. All right. Sorry, guys. All this talking is making me cough more. All right. David Berry, thank you. Half PPR, Eckler or Gibbs? Ooh. This is actually tough. Oh, man. This is a decision I would not want to have. I'm going to be honest. I mean, Gibbs gets the Broncos. Jared Goff is healthy. They're at home. He's explosive. I might just go Gibbs. But, man, this is tough. This one is tough. Hopefully, sorry, guys. Hopefully they both do great. And it doesn't matter. But I think I just feel a little bit safer about Gibbs. He's also got plenty of upside. All right, let's do some quick. Pierre likes to do this. do some quick non-super chat lightning round, and then we will get back to the super chats again, guys. Don't worry if you super chat it. I'm about 20 minutes behind. I promise I will do every super chat before we get off tonight. I won't leave you hanging. All right. So we'll do some rapid fire. All right, Luis. Tua, Fields, Browning. Give me Fields. Give me Fields. Brandon, Puka or JJ? Just go Puka. Again, I'm sinking with this Ram ship this week. If they sink, I'm going down with them. It's too good of a spot at home, the way they've been rolling. Too good of a spot. Joe, flex Zeke or Monty? I think you got to go Monty against the Broncos. Ty Fields or Wilson, 1 QB league. I mean, it's got to be Fields. It's your name. It's your namesake. Fields. Oh, boy. Geo builds help. Jacoby are likely. I honestly might just play likely. Yeah, I might just play likely. Not feeling Jacoby tonight. I know it's a good matchup. I mean, maybe Jacoby. Yeah, that's a tough one. Did that one. All right, a couple more lightning rounds. Logan, Mostert, Etienne, or Henry. You can only start one of these guys? Why did I pick this one for lightning round? This is too hard. I think I still have to go Etienne, but man, like, it's like Magic 8 Ball says, who knows? Like, these guys could all, hard to bench any of these guys. All right, again, DJ was in here helping with questions, so we'll do his, and then we'll get back to the super chats. Zamir White or Jerome Ford? Just give me Jerome Ford. Well, here's the thing. Actually, before I just say that, has Jerome Ford practiced yet? He had a hand injury. Do we know anything? Jerome Ford practice. Let me look here, guys. Okay, you're showing me Jerome Ford from. Oh man. Okay, here we go. That was October. I don't know. I don't see it here. But here's the problem. Like, okay, he was limited, so that's a pretty good sign he'll go. Yeah, I'd probably just go Jerome Ford. I don't know about Zamir White tonight. All right, let's get back to the super chats. And real quick, guys, let me remind you, there's a lot more people on right now. You still have time. Take advantage of the Austin Eckler new customer special tonight. Just needs half a yard, which I think he can get. You sign up at Underdog, you use promo code ENDGAME, you get a 100% deposit match up to $100. Take the money they give you, put it on the Eckler line. Now you can't put all 100 on it, but you can put 10. Free square there. Turn it into more money. Also, we're going to draft tomorrow. Well, I'm going to draft tomorrow, assuming I don't get just run over by this cold. I'm going to draft tomorrow. So if you want to join us for that, it's a fun draft. It's $3. Again, you can take the money Underdog gives you for that draft. You don't even have to use your own money. It's $3. Win some money. Come draft with us. It only takes about 10 minutes. It's like you draft 6 players. It's very quick. It's for week 15. Another way to sweat the games. And it's a lot of fun. Underdog's a lot of fun, honestly. Underdog's a ton of fun. They are always giving away. And they're going to start also, guys, I should say, starting tomorrow. I think starting tomorrow until the end of the year, they're going to be giving away a prize every day. Like PlayStation, stuff like that. So, like, all you have to do is be a customer. So if you haven't signed up yet, maybe you can get a Christmas gift from them or something. Christmas gift for your kids. I don't know. Whatever. Check it out. Underdog Fantasy. Use our promo code ENDGAME. Get that 100% deposit match up to $100. Come draft with us tomorrow. Maybe win a PlayStation or whatever else they give away. We'll see. Okay, where was I here? All right, Ace Flame. 2 wide receivers, 2 running backs, and a flex. A.J. Brown, Adams, DK, Sutton, Nico Rice, and Cooper. I mean, you got to play A.J. Brown. I still feel like I have to play Adams tonight. And then I'll say if Geno Smith plays, I'll flex DK. If not, I'll probably flex Rice, maybe Sutton. They're really close. Rice and Sutton really close. Both kind of similar guys, right? Touchdown guys. Cooper, interesting too. Play Adams tonight. A.J. Brown. Maybe come back Saturday or Sunday and see if I've changed my mind about. I mean, DK with Geno Smith, I think, is a strong play this week. If not, then maybe Sutton or Rice. We'll see. Brian, what is up? All right, PPR, Dak or Fields. I still got to go Dak. He's been so good. This offense is so good. Hard for me to bench Dak. And look, Fields is playing the Browns on the road. It's not a great spot. A lot of Demario Douglas questions. Flex Demario Douglas, Jacoby Spears, or Keaton? I mean, it's Jacoby Myers. Jacoby Myers. What happened to you? You were so good early in the year. 5 catches for 25 yards last week? What? What? What is he, a running back? 5 catches for 12? I mean, Demario Douglas probably has the floor, but are you really looking for floor right now? Maybe Keaton. I don't know. We keep saying, like, oh, he can always hit a home run, but where? And what do you get, like 9 touches? Oh, man. Oh, jeez. I don't know. I might just go with Douglas. Hopefully Jacoby doesn't score tonight, and then I'll feel bad. But he's been so bad. All right, Ace Flame did say half PPR, but I don't think that changes anything. I mean, it might make me like Sutton or Rice still varies. I'm still going AJ Adams, DK if it's Geno, and then Sutton Rice again, very close, especially in half PPR. Very close. All right, Uder Pay. Yeah, sorry about that. I'm sure that was terrible. Full PPR for 1 flex spot. Brian Robinson, has he practiced yet? I know he didn't practice yesterday. He didn't practice yesterday. What about today? 5 hours ago, he's working off to the side with trainers. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see if he plays. Brandon Cooks, Ty Chandler, or Gus Edwards. I might just go Ty Chandler no matter what. It's a good matchup for him. He's got juice. He's going to get pretty much all the touches. I mean, who's behind him? Like Kiki and Gronway, or however you pronounce his name. I told you I'm terrible in names. I'm just going to go Ty Chandler, and I'm going to chase the touches. Good luck there. Appreciate it. All right, I don't know what this is, but we are going to ban you. No attachments. I'll be giving people viruses here, or whatever that is. All right, 95. Would you start Broncos next week over 49ers? I might. Broncos against, who did we say they were? I can't remember this. Somebody horrible, right? The Patriots? Yeah. Yeah, I might. At home, Broncos at home against Patriots? Yeah. All right, Trust Lock. What's up? Pick 2, Flowers, Moss, Achane, Swift. I'm going Swift and Moss. Moss still getting all the touches. JT's out. He's got to score at some point, right? And I like Swift this week. It's a good matchup. Like, remember, prior to the last 2 games, Swift was pretty good. Achane is dealing with that toe. Yeah, I might go Swift and Moss. If it's full PPR, maybe I'll go. Maybe Flowers. Nah, probably Swift and Moss. Pick 2, Zeke, Connor, Kenneth Walker. I'm really benching Kenneth Walker. That's such a bad matchup against the Eagles. How healthy is he? I don't know if I could do it, though. It's my team. Walker and Zeke. Going Walker and Zeke. I don't know. I have a hard time benching Walker if he's healthy. Connor in a brutal spot. I mean, so is Walker, though. All right, Brad again. So he's starting Eckler tonight. Etienne or Achane? I think you got to go Etienne, especially Achane now dealing with his toe. Again, did not get a lot of touches last week. Sure, maybe Achane rips off that long touchdown, but Etienne can rip off long touchdowns too. I'm going Etienne still. All right, Joe McHenry again. I forgot his flex. Oh, apologize, Joe. On the first team. All right, let's try to find it here. That's the second team, I think. Nope, I think this is the first team. No, that's Mahomes or Stafford. Okay, let's keep going. All right, right here. I forgot the flex. All right, 2 running backs. I said CMC and Zeke. 2 wide receivers. I said Sun God Evans. Flex. I'm just going to go Flowers. It's PPR. I like Flowers this week. No need to risk it with Noah Brown, Pickens, Chandler. Just go Flowers. Sorry about that, Joe. My bad. All right, where are we at here? All right, OJ. Full PPR. Hurts, Tyreek, Sutton, Pollard, Kittle, Mixon, Chandler starting. The bench has Dobbs, Odell, Reed, maybe. Myers, McBride, Douglas, Hunt, Hyatt. Any changes? If Tyreek is out, well, actually, you got Chandler in the flex. I mean, if Jaden Reed is full go and healthy, I'm going to flex him over Chandler in PPR. Of course, if Tyreek is out, then you probably need to play Reed at wide receiver. Then, yeah, I'm probably playing. Excuse me, guys. Yeah, then I'm probably playing Chandler. Although Dobbs is interesting this week. But I'd probably chase the volume of Chandler in the flex. So if Tyreek plays and Reed plays, put Reed in over Chandler. If Tyreek is out, put Reed in wide receiver. Chandler remains at flex. Good luck and appreciate you. All right, Joel, what's going on? Kincaid or Njoku? Oh, boy. I might just go Njoku. Excuse me, guys. It's not a great spot. Let me take a look here. Njoku has a great matchup this week. Kincaid, I feel like, does not. Actually, he's got a pretty good one, but Njoku's getting the target. It's a great matchup for Njoku. I think I'm going to go Njoku. What's up, Birdman? Blessings. Welcome. Good to see you. All right, Briggs Oakley. Flex Deontay, Addison, or Gibson. I will say, again, if Brian Robinson is out, I will go Gibson. I still like him if Brian Robinson plays, but not nearly as much. So if Brian Robinson plays, I still go Gibson over Deontay. This is not really like. This is not a great Deontay spot. But I'm not playing Addison with JJ back and Nick Mullins. I might go Gibson either way. I mean, they could be getting blown out. He could catch passes. Ah, man, is that too deep? Might be too deep. If Brian Robinson's out, Gibson. If not, Deontay. That one's tough. That one's tough. All right, Joel again. One of our members. Who do I put at flex? OBJ, London, Addison, or Zeke? Am I just going Zeke? I might just go Zeke. Who thought week 15 we're starting Zeke? Jeez. But it's a good matchup. The Chiefs, not a strong run defense. We know he'll catch a bunch of dump offs. I might go Zeke. Thank you for that. All right, we are catching up here. Or I am catching up. by the way. So if you super chatted, I will get to it. I promise. All right, Anthony, what's up? Big Money League, round 1 of playoffs. All right, let's go. If he plays, I would only play Nico over Drake London if it's somehow CJ Stroud. If it's Davis Mills, I mean, I guess Nico was okay last year with Davis Mills, but how good can you feel? Only if it's CJ Stroud. Good luck, Anthony, and you're welcome on the Dynasty. Yeah, you guys, we're going to start doing Dynasty content. So if you play Dynasty, don't go anywhere. All right, let's get this one real quick from Alejandro. Are we worried about Devontae Adams not practicing and being ill? I'm not. I'm still starting him. I'm still starting him tonight. This is the Chargers. This defense should not scare you at all. He's Devontae Adams. It was like a tough matchup maybe, but it's the Chargers. I'm starting him. All right, View Blue. Which defense this week? Raiders, Eagles, Saints, Cowboys. Not the Cowboys. Eagles are interesting if it's Drew Lock. They are on the road. Saints certainly feel good, but again, I'm going to shoot for that upside of the Raiders against, hold on. I messed up. Against Easton Stick. This is a hockey game. Maybe I wouldn't play the Raiders, but it's a football game. You can't use his Easton Stick. So I'm going to bank on the upside of the Raiders. All right, appreciate that. Thank you. All right, Jacob Yabara. Do I start Josh Palmer over JJ or Waddle Pittman? No way. No way. No. I'm not feeling Josh Palmer tonight. And those guys are good. They're good. I'm not starting Palmer over those guys. No way. All right, so quit asking, is Pacheco out? He hasn't been ruled out yet, but he hasn't practiced this week, so it's not looking good. No, and Anthony dropped the super chat for that question. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. All right, Justin Keene, PPR Superflex, pick 2. 2 QBs, 2 running backs, and a flex. Stafford, Browning, Flacco. Stafford and Browning. Stafford and Browning, definitely. 2 running backs. Etienne, Javonte, Connor, Chuba. Etienne. Man, Javonte, Connor, and Hubbard all in bad spots this week. Etienne and I don't know. I feel like I should say Connor. I don't love it. Maybe Chuba. Man. Yeah, Allen and Jacobs definitely on the bench tonight because they're not playing. This is one I'd probably go on. I might just play Chuba. Like when we look at Chuba, of course, you asked me again on Saturday, I might say different. I mean, 23 carries last week, 25 carries the week before. 2 catches. I mean, you got to chase that volume, I think. I'm going Chuba. I'm going Chuba. Both in bad spots. Give me Chuba. All right. Good luck, Justin. All right, here's an interesting one from Kyle. DJ Moore or Chase? I'm going DJ Moore. Going DJ Moore. I like him with Fields. He's been great in most games where Justin Fields has played and finished. He's been great. I'm going DJ Moore. Maurice, is Zamir a start tonight? He's like a desperation start. I would not feel good. I would not feel good about it. But hey, you never know. You never know. Maybe he scores. All right, Joe. I did do this one earlier, I think for somebody else, but I'll help you out. I'm going Gibbs. Just a better matchup at home against the Broncos. I like them both. I think they could both be good, but I think I'm going to give Gibbs a slight edge. All right, Florian saying Watson and Pacheco out. Do I flex Palmer, Johnston, or Pierre? I guess. Oh, man. I mean, which Charger wide receiver do I feel better about? Look, Johnston had some big plays last week. Maybe there's the thing here between Johnston and Easton Stick. Maybe just go Johnston for the upside. Like Palmer coming off an injury. Let's just go Johnston. I can't play Damian Pierce. Can't do it. All right, Gary Trent, thank you. Start Gerald Everett or Dalton Schultz. Oh. I mean, do we feel better about Gerald Everett with Easton Stick or Dalton Schultz with Davis Mills? Probably. I mean, I don't expect a big Gerald Everett game, so maybe just wait for Dalton Schultz. Hope somehow CJ Stroud clears and plays. And if he doesn't, I mean, I don't think like Everett's going to crush Dalton Schultz. Like I don't think Everett's going off for a David Njoku game. Of course, now that I said that, he's probably going to go off for a David Njoku game. You know what I mean? Like I think these guys will be pretty close. So maybe wait and see if Stroud plays. Schultz should be okay. All right, this is an interesting one from Rich. Zamir or Algier in the flex? Because Algier does get a great matchup against the Panthers, but, I mean, he's not really getting the ball much. Like, what did he have last week? 9 carries, 8 the week before, 10, 9. He's not getting the ball a ton. But what do we really expect from Zamir White tonight? That's the $1 million question. I might just go with Zamir. He should be the lead back. He should get more touches. It's the Chargers. I'm going to go with Zamir. All right, another interesting one from True Gentleman. Zamir, Warren, or Connor? This is close. Warren is in a good spot this week against the Colts, but what are we going to get from this offense? Connor in a brutal spot against the 49ers. But we know Connor's probably going to get more touches. Man, I mean, how good do we feel about James Conner this week? Not very, right? Why did I pull this one up? Pulled up a tough one. No, my gut is saying Warren, honestly. My gut is saying Warren. Just because the matchup is so much better. But man, Warren's been bad like 2 weeks in a row. I don't know. My gut's saying Warren. Ask me again. Ask us again on Saturday or Sunday. Maybe I'll. Not Zamir though. Not Zamir. Thank you, Joe. Appreciate that. We do the best we can. I hope everybody appreciates the work we put in. Again, we don't always get it right. We do our best, though. We do our best to try to predict the future, a very random future involving human beings playing a kids game. We do our best, and we try to explain why, too. So you guys, it's not just, start him, and you don't know why. You actually know why you're doing it. So appreciate that. All right, Samantha, hello there. Rams, Browns, or Buffalo? I don't think you can play the Bills against Cowboys. No thanks. Rams against Commanders, that's pretty good. At home, Browns good too. Might go Rams. Sam Howell takes sacks. He'll throw picks. He may or may not throw touchdowns. We'll see. He may run for touchdowns, but he's been so bad the last few weeks in real life. Fantasy, he's been okay because he's throwing for a ton of yards and he ran in a couple touchdowns, but in real life, he hasn't been very good. I think I'm going to go Rams at home. And then, All right, and then Browning or Minshew? I'm definitely going Browning. Yeah, I mean, this is crazy. Like, what are we? Week 15, and I'm saying I'm definitely going Browning, and I'm answering a question: Browning or Minshew? Yeah, definitely Browning. Good matchup at home. Zach Taylor seems to know what he needs to be successful. Then Likely or Kincaid? I'm still going Kincaid. I mean, Likely, sure, but a lot of risk with Likely. I'm going Kincaid this week, personally. All right, good luck, Samantha. Appreciate you. Appreciate everybody, by the way, being here because you could be doing anything else, but you're here spending time with me talking fantasy football, so that's pretty cool. And again, guys, I will stay on, get all the questions answered, guaranteed. All right, Cody, what's up? PPR, running back Achane, Gibbs, Swift, and Javonte. I think I'm just going to go Gibbs and Swift. Again, unless we hear that Achane, like the toe is a non-issue and he's good to go. First of all, it's the Jets. I mean, he hasn't practiced yet with this toe. Raheem Mostert got over 20 touches last week. They might not have Tyreek, which means the offense might not be as dynamic. I'm just going to go Gibbs and Swift. You said 2 running back, 2 wide receiver. DJ Moore, Garrett Wilson, Rice, and Olave. I think you got to go more on Olave. I do like Rice this week. I think Wilson is okay this week. I'm not like out on Wilson. But Olave to me is like borderline must start. I mean, he's mostly been good this year. And gets a good matchup at home against the Giants. So I'm going Olave and DJ Moore. Flex. All right, I will say, if Achane is like good to go, not on the injury report, sure, I'll flex him. Otherwise, I will flex Rashee Rice. Thank you for that. All right, Wonton, Ingram or Schultz? Definitely Ingram. I mean, he's been awesome. It didn't even matter that it was a bad matchup last week. You got to love Ingram with Christian Kirk out. It seems like he's the one who's benefiting from no Christian Kirk. So definitely Ingram. Good luck there. All right, Rizza, 1382. Defense this week in full PPR, Rams, Raiders, Bears. Again, I'm going to say what I keep saying. I think the Rams are fine. I think the Bears are fine. But I think the Raiders have week winning upside tonight. Again, unless we think this guy is going to come out and light him up, which let's see him do it. I think the Raiders have huge game potential this week at home on a short week against Easton Stick without Keenan Allen too. No Keenan Allen either. I mean, yeah, I'm going Raiders. All right, Joey and Coco saying first time here. Please help. All right, with the defense. Man, a lot of defense questions. Colts, Dolphins, or Colts? I mean, I think we got to still trust the Dolphins. I mean, they've both been good lately. Colts do get Mitch Trubisky at home, but I mean, are we really worried about Zach Wilson? I'm not. I think I'm still going Dolphins this week. But I will say this. If like you have to drop the Colts, then I would just drop the Dolphins and play the Colts this week. Because the Colts have a great schedule. They get let's see. They get the Falcons next week and then the Raiders at home. So if you have to roll with one for the playoffs, I would just roll with the Colts this week. But if you're streaming, I'd probably go Dolphins slightly over Colts. But they both should be good. All right, so Rich saying a little follow-up. Hold on. Little follow-up on the Algier question where he's saying, like, in game 1 when Bijan got like 20 points. Yes, but there's been a big shift since then. So in that game, Tyler Algier had 15 carries. He also got all the goal line run pretty much. We've seen that flip, as it should. It's been mostly Bijan lately, and when they get near the goal line, when they get in the red zone, it's more Bijan than Algier. In fact, because for a long time, Bijan hardly had any red zone attempts because they just weren't given. Because for some reason, when you got a weapon like Bijan, you can't use him in the red zone. He's now up to Oops. He's now up to 17 attempts, which isn't a ton. But again, they weren't using him much earlier in the year. And you look at Tyler Algier. And he's got 30 because they used him a lot early in the year and 4 inside the 5. But all right, that was a bad example. But it's flipped lately. It's been more Bijan near the goal line. More Bijan anyways. Falcons fighting for the playoffs. Arthur Smith can't be all like, yeah, look how smart I am doing these weird things. Like he needs to win. He needs to just win. So sure, Algier could score. He could score. But without that, you're not getting much. All right, let's keep going. Appreciate you guys here. Sir Boomer. I've got a $20 down on 2-person $3 drafts on the game tonight. And one, I wound up with the QBs and the kickers. I don't know what that means. You got all QBs and kickers tonight? I didn't know on the single slate. So if you do a single slate draft, they have kickers. Can you start multiple QBs in it? All right, here's an interesting one. Vernest. Pierre. Sorry, guys. Pierre might agree with you. I don't know if I do. My gut is telling me to start Stafford over Dak. Look, Stafford certainly could outscore Dak this week. I think if it's me, I'm still rolling with Dak, though. He's been so good for so many weeks. But I get it. I don't think it's the worst thing. Josh saying Zamir White or McKinnon. Probably just go McKinnon and gamble on the touchdown, pass catching. All right, Pierre's favorite family movie, Shrek 2 on DVD. I'm not nearly as good at that as Pierre is, obviously. All right. I know how much y'all love defense questions. Yeah, I've gotten like 50 of them tonight. With that said, start Raiders or Falcons. So I answered this earlier, I think for Joe McHenry or Joe Castles. One of the Joes. Maybe a different Joe. I don't know. A Joe. Falcons to me have a very high floor. It's Bryce Young. Like, how many points are the Panthers going to score? How many touchdowns are they really going to get? But I think the Raiders have a massive ceiling tonight. Again, Easton Stick, no Keenan Allen, short week, at home. So you want to play for floor? You go the Falcons. Excuse me. If you want to play the ceiling, you go Raiders. All right, well, call me friend, so you get in. What's up, Wayne Scott? Hello, my friend. Half PPR. Mostert, White, Chandler, or Deontay? I think I still got to go White. I know it's hard to bench Mostert, but man, White has been so good. So much volume, pass catching, gets the Green Bay defense, not the Jets. I got to go White this week. All right, let's keep it going. And by the way, guys, if you did drop a super chat, don't worry. I will get to you. I'm only about 10 minutes behind right now. I will stay on until they're all answered. I will also try to stay on for and do some non-super chats as well if we have time. All right. All right, Mindy, let's do this one real quick. This is interesting. Curtis Samuel or Demarcus Robinson? I'm going Curtis Samuel. I know Demarcus Robinson's been good for 2 straight weeks, but, I mean, this could be a Kyron Puka Cup week where they don't even need Demarcus Robinson. I'm going Samuel here. Birdman, appreciate that. Appreciate that comment. Always nice to get some positive feedback. Thank you. All right, A-Rod, QBs, Love or Wilson? I mean, this should be Love. He's at home. It's against the Bucs. After last week, we got to be a little nervous, but I mean, again, like, it's not like Russell Wilson is, going crazy here, right? I mean, 186-1, 134-1, 259-1, 224-2 last week. I'll just gamble on Love. It's such a good matchup at home against the Bucks. I mean, look, if Jaden Reed is out and Christian Watson is out, then and Wicks is out, which he probably will be, then okay, maybe I'll go Wilson. But I'm probably going Love. All right, this is a little too much for me. I'm still going Hurts. Oh, excuse me, guys. Sorry about that. Over Stafford. You got to think this Eagles defense or offense is going to bounce back. It's the Seahawks. It doesn't scare me. He runs. He can run in touchdowns. I can't put Stafford over Hurts, personally. All right, Dicer 007. Thank you. Hey, man, happy PR. Oh, where you get half point for every single touch. So even like carries? So even like a handoff, you get half a point? Okay. I think you got to go Zeke. Man. Half PPR enough. Because like if Zeke gets 20 carries, I mean, that is 10 points. Are we feeling good about DeAndre Swift getting, 15 carries? He hasn't had 15 carries since November 5th. In this format where you get half point per carry and half point per reception, we know Zeke's going to catch passes. I might just go Zeke over Swift. Only because of the format, though. Only because of the format. All right, good luck there. All right, Amy NFL girl, should I drop Sharb? Excuse me, sorry guys. And girls. To grab Zamir, probably. I mean, Shamir. It's a combination between Charbonnet and Zamir. Charbonnet clearly just a handcuff now. See what Zamir can do. We don't know how long Jacob's going to be out. If he's terrible, you can drop him. All right, let's do this one because we fell for this. I hardly ever get sucked into the weather traps. But last week they were saying the Jets and the Baltimore game is going to be slop fest, and it was fine. I don't, unless it's like blowing, crazy 30+ miles per hour sustained. I'm not worried about it. Not worried about it. And I did fall for it last week, so pretty mad at myself for that because I usually don't fall for the weather. All right, Cyrus 316. Who to start, Mahomes or Russell Wilson? I still got to go Russell Wilson. Again, I just read his stats. I mean, you're talking about 224 and 2 last week, but he also had an interception. 186 and 1 with 3 interceptions. 134 and 1. 259 and 1. 193 and 2. 114 and 3. I mean, not a ton of upside with Russ. I'm still going Mahomes this week. All right, Harry Taylor. Full PPR, Bijan, Kamara, White need to. Oh man, how do you sit one of these guys? Kamara in a great spot, White in a great spot, Bijan almost in the best spot, honestly, of any running back. Man, I guess you're sitting Rachaad White as hard as it is. It's brutal. You have to sit one of these guys. Brutal. But I guess Rachaad White it is. All right, then needs 2 between DJ Moore, Jefferson, and Olave. I'm just going to sit Jefferson here again. I feel good enough about DJ Moore and Olave. I don't need to risk it with Jefferson and Nick Mullins and maybe getting another hospital ball or something. I'm just going to go DJ Moore and Olave. All right, so Boomer did say it's super flex. Okay. 4-player super flex, and you got the QBs. I mean, any other week, I would say that's a winner, but tonight it might be a bold strategy. Let's see if Easton can come through for you. We shall see. All right, Kai asking if I had to start one over the other, which I'm guessing Kai does. That Chandler or Ford, just give me Chandler. He's getting all the touches. I don't know what it is with Kareem Hunt. It's like Jerome Ford goes out there, looks good, and then they're like, okay, go have a seat. We're going to give Kareem Hunt some touches, and he's going to do nothing. And then if we get near the goal line, we'll give him the ball. I will say Kareem Hunt has been good near the goal line. I'll give him credit for that. He has been good near the goal. He's kind of like Zeke. He's been good near the goal line. So give me Chandler getting all the touches in a good matchup this week. And then Corey, sorry about that, guys, by the way. Corey Dean, Echan is still questionable. Yes, toe injury. Does not practice this week, so we'll definitely have to monitor this tomorrow. All right, Rafael Sanchez, Zamir White, or Kenneth Walker. This is too deep for me. I'm going Kenneth Walker. I know it's not a good matchup, but he's such a better running back than Zamir White. He can always rip off long runs. He catches some passes. He's got touchdown upside. Give me Kenneth Walker. All right, Brandon asking Fields or Mahomes. I might go Fields this week. I might go Fields. At least he runs. It's not a great spot, but at least he runs. I might go Fields over Mahomes. All right, Luminous Grin. I see you've been paying attention. Hi, my favorite friend. All right. Hopefully your real life friends are not watching this. They're going to be very, very upset that you said I'm your favorite friend. All right, have PPR Mixon, Connor, Chandler, Chuba. I think you got to go Mixon this week. It's a good spot for him. He's getting touches. And look, remember the first game with Jake Browning? The offense looked horrible. Mixon looked horrible. It was like, you can't start Joe Mixon. Well, the last 2 weeks, the offense has actually looked pretty good. So, got to feel good about Mixon again. I'm probably going Chuba here. I mean, Chandler has a better matchup, but do you really feel good about Chandler and his touches? Chuba, 23, 25 carries, 2 catches. Hard not to chase that volume. So I'm going Mixon and Chuba. All right, I'm catching up here, guys. Oh, okay. So Wayne Scott from way back saying Zamir White, not Rashad. Okay, let's go get this real quick. Let's go try to find this. I mean, in that case, probably don't play Zamir White, I would say. I don't know if I'm going to be able to find your chat. Yeah, I'm going to be honest. I'm probably not going to be able to find it. I'd probably have to scroll all night to find it. Apologies. But I'll say this Zamir White. Probably not him then. Probably not Zamir White. Oscar saying he's got to head back to work. Thanks for the advice earlier. You're welcome. See you tomorrow for the draft. Don't forget, guys. It's a good reminder here. We are going to draft tomorrow on Underdog. Take advantage of this new customer special, Austin Eckler, and take advantage of the free money they give you. That's right. They're going to give you free money up to $100, just free in your account. Use promo code ENDGAME when you sign up. You can take that money. You can put it on this Austin Eckler special tonight. Right there. You can potentially triple or 20x your money. And then you can use the money they give you on the draft that we are going to do tomorrow. $3 entry. Not a big entry. It's a lot of fun. 6 picks. Goes really fast. Another way to sweat the games. Even if you're out of the fantasy football playoffs, good way to still play fantasy. So check it out, guys. All right. Looks like I'm actually all cut up on Super Chats, but don't worry. Oh, did we just get one? Oh, no. Still cut up. Okay. Looks like I'm all cut up, but don't worry. I will get to some other questions. I'll stay on probably till the top of the hour. Again, I'm going to look for questions about guys. Okay, so yeah, Wayne Scott is saying between Mostert, Chandler, or Zamir White, go Mostert. Definitely Mostert. Yeah, Amy, NFL girl, saying show some love and hit that like button. That's right. KC or Atlanta? Again, I'm going to say Atlanta has a way higher floor. I mean, they both have high floors. Let's be real. Are we worried about Bailey Zappi and the Patriots? No. I don't know. Maybe Atlanta. They're a good defense. And Bryce Young. Not worried about that at all. All right. Cole asking bench. So you're benching one of these guys? I think I have to bench Zeke out of these guys. I can't bench Mixon. I still can't bench Eckler. I like James Cook. I like the way he's been getting used. I mean, Zeke, you're just chasing like volume and pass catching. So I'm going to go Mixon, Eckler, and James Cook. And apologies for all the breaks, guys. If you weren't here earlier, I am a little under the weather. That's why I keep coughing. So that's why I keep drinking lots of fluids. Hopefully tomorrow I am 100% so I can destroy you all in the draft tomorrow. Or at least make some good picks. All right, I'm just Quinn. Browning or Fields? Still going Fields. Still going Fields. More upside, rushing. Yeah, I'm still going Fields this week. And then see, as soon as I say that, here comes the coffee. Here comes the coffee. Sorry about that. All right. Beast Mode Kane. Hall, Achane, or Swift. Pick 2. Well, again, Achane has not practiced this week with a toe injury. So, right now I'm going to say Swift and Hall. If Achane practices tomorrow and he's full go and they're like, yeah, he's good, not on the injury report, maybe I'll go Swift and Achane. But right now, Swift and Hall. All right, we got another super chat from Cyrus. Thank you. Full PPR needs 2 for my flex. Hollywood, Curtis Samuel, Jerome Ford, and Keaton Mitchell. Well, I'll say what I've been saying about Hollywood. If he practices, I think he was limited today. So if he's like good to go, not on the injury report, he said he's fine. He said he's day-to-day, whatever that means. Take it for what it's worth. If he's not on the injury report, give me Hollywood. And probably give me Ford. Give me Ford. If Hollywood is out, I'd probably go Ford and Samuel. I mean, this is not a good spot for Keaton Mitchell. And when you look at the Ravens, like, you look at the Ravens last week. Where is it? Let me pull it up. Like, you look at these running backs. Where was it? All right, so you look at these running backs. You had Keaton Mitchell, 9 carries. Gus Edwards, 6 carries. Keaton Mitchell, 1 catch. I mean, this is not. You really are just banking on a home run there for Keaton Mitchell. So I'm going Hollywood and Ford. And then if Hollywood isn't playing or looks very questionable, maybe I'll go Samuel and Ford. I don't mind Curtis Samuel this week. All right, here's one. Brian Reedy, Dak or Lamar, pretty torn. I'll just go Lamar. Like, I still like Dak this week, but on the road in Buffalo, you can't like feel fantastic. Jacksonville, for whatever reason, their defense has really regressed, and they just their games just turn into these shootouts. Lamar runs. I'll go Lamar over Dak this week. All right, Adam with another defense question. Colts or Raiders? I mean, this is tough. They're both good this week. But I think I probably... Sorry again. I think I probably have to gamble on the Raiders at home against Easton Stick. But don't drop the Colts for the Raiders because you probably want to play the Colts. Like, again, if you're going to have to drop the Colts to play the Raiders, just play the Colts. Because Colts have a great rest of season schedule. They should still be very good this week. But if you're streaming, I'm picking the Raiders. All right, T-Money, Zach Moss or Jahmyr Gibbs? Nah, give me Gibbs. Give me Gibbs. I mean, Zach Moss at this point, we need a touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs has breakaway speed, catches passes, going against the Broncos. Give me Gibbs. Gibbs. All right, quit again. OBJ or McLaurin? I actually kind of like McLaurin this week. He's going to be on tomorrow's video. You want to check that out. And a good follow-up here for Christian King. McLaurin, Zay Jones, Palmer, or Chandler. I'm going McLaurin. All right, guys. I'm going McLaurin, assuming it's PPR. If it's not PPR, I might go Chandler. But PPR, I'm going McLaurin. Feel a good McLaurin week. All right, Sir Boomer says I'll be here tomorrow for that draft, and he's going to dominate. Let's find out, guys. Join us tomorrow for the draft. Let's see. It's a lot of fun. Use that underdog money, only $3, and plus you use their money. It's like, come on. It's like a win-win. You get to draft with us, you get to have fun, and it's not even your money. Come on. All right. Another defense question, because why not? The Saints versus the Jets. No, they play the Giants this week. Miami versus Falcons. They play the Jets. Are you looking ahead to another week? I don't know what's going on here because the Saints play the Giants and the Falcons play the Panthers. Miami plays the Jets. I think they're both good options, but I think I got to go Miami against the Jets. I'm not scared of Zach Wilson after one half of good football. We saw this before earlier against the Chiefs, and everybody's like, he's turned the corner. And then, 3-4 weeks later, he was benched for Tim Boyle. I'm not. Like, if he does it again this week, okay. Then we could say, okay, maybe we don't stream against the Jets. But let me see it twice. All right, good question, Quit. Why do I think McLaurin is going to have a good week? I'm going to talk about it tomorrow, but I'll fill you in now. So when you look at, first of all, you got to think, coming out of the bye, they got to get Terry going. They got to get him more involved. They had to be looking for ways to get him more involved. Second, you got to think the Rams are going to be blowing him out, which means Sam Howell's probably going to be throwing it 40 or 50 times. But also, when you look at the matchups here for the Commanders' wide receivers, the only wide receivers that have plus matchups this week are Diami Brown, who I'm not worried about, and Terry McLaurin. Everybody else has a negative matchup. So I think those three things combined for Terry. Like I don't think Terry's going to go off. Like, I didn't put him on the booms, but I think he's going to have a pretty good week this week. Of course, if he doesn't, then done with Terry. All right, T. Davis, McBride or Likely? I think I still got to go McBride. I know it's a tough matchup against the 49ers, but we're talking about a guy who just gets so many targets, plays every snap. I'm still going McBride over Likely. And then flex Noah Brown, Chase Brown, or Curtis Samuel. So I'll say if somehow CJ Stroud plays and Nico doesn't, give me Noah Brown. That doesn't happen, which I don't think is going to happen. I might just gamble on Chase Brown. Big play potential. Yeah. All right, Sloppy Joe's Sloppy Show. All right. Again, sorry, guys. Apologies. I'm a little under the weather. All right. 1 QB PPR, T-Law and Murray. This one is close. You can't love Murray at home against the 49ers. T-Law at home against the Ravens, though. Can you really love that? But I think my gut's telling me T-Law. I don't have a strong feeling about either of these guys. I don't love either of them. My gut's telling me T-Law. All right, then flex. Agent Zero, Gabe Davis, McKinnon, Chase Brown, Hunt, or pick up Zamir White. Nah. I might just go... If Pacheco's out, I might just roll McKinnon again. He will catch some passes. He could score. If not, I'd probably go Chase Brown for the upside. Not feeling Zamir White tonight. Don't really want to put Zamir White in my playoff lineup. If you're on the bye, sure. Pick up Zamir White, see what he does. But if it's a must win, no thanks. Lane Scott saying, get better. Thank you. I will. Don't worry. I will be here tomorrow to dominate Sir Boomer and everybody else in the draft. Okay, Chris Cantu, is Zeke a league winner? Oh, man. We're going to find out, I guess. It's hard to imagine he can be a league winner in this offense, but I mean, just when you think, like, think about it, you spend all these weeks prepping for your draft, whatever, reading guides, watching videos, whatever it is. You draft your team, you're working the waiver wire, making some trades, and then Ezekiel Elliott ends up being a league winner. And you're just like, what? We'll see. All right, Robert asking, Kenneth Walker, is Zamir White? Just go with Walker. You're welcome, by the way. Good job getting in the playoffs, but we got to keep it going. He's better. He's got more upside. All right, I like this one from Jorge H. Senior. Saying is playing Kupp, Puka, and Kyron too risky. I've said tonight, I'm going down with the Rams ship. If they sink, if they crash and burn, I'm going down with them. It's too good of a spot to ignore. So I think you can play all three of them. Definitely think you can play all three. Let's hope they don't crash and burn. Josh Allen or Lamar? I'm still going Josh Allen. He's been mostly great this year. I mean, as someone who got Josh Allen in my home league, he's had very few bad games. I don't even know if he's had it. Maybe he had one bad game. Like, he's been mostly good. I'm going Josh Allen. All right, Mindy, Falcons or Ravens? D, definitely go Falcons. Can't feel good about. I mean, look, I know T-Law turned it over a few times last week, took some sacks, but he was also banged up. He could throw for 3 touchdowns. Falcons, you don't have to worry about that. Go for Falcons. All these defense questions. All right, let's do a non-defense question from Christian Geraldo. Connor Walker, CAH. Again, I'm going to go Walker. It's not a good spot for Connor. If Connor was in a great spot, maybe I'd say Connor, but it's not. I know it's not a good spot for Walker, but he's better. CAH, can't do it. I'm going Walker. All right, Raiders, Falcons, Saints. Yep, I keep saying this. Raiders are your ceiling play. Raiders could have a huge game tonight. Falcons are your floor play. Falcons should not kill you against Bryce Young. Go with what you want. Tua or Goff, Flacco available. I mean, maybe I could go Goff over Tua if Tyreek Hill is completely out because they are at home. But only if Tyreek Hill is completely out. I can't go Flacco over these guys. So Goff if Tyreek Hill is out. Oh, man. Here's where we're at. Achane or Zeke. Again, Achane dealing with a toe injury, hasn't practiced this week. He might have no choice. If Achane's on the injury report, banged up, I might just go Zeke. That's gross. As gross as that is. That's gross. Dak or Stafford? I think I still got to go Dak, but I don't hate it if you go Stafford. I certainly don't hate it. But Dak has been so good for so many weeks. But I certainly don't hate it if you go Stafford. All right, this is too much for Zeke. Zeke or Pollard? I'm still playing Pollard. It's not a terrible, it's a great matchup actually for Pollard against the Seahawks. I'm going Pollard. Or sorry, against the Bills. Bills don't have a good run. Oh, man. Should I play Zamir over Jerry Jeudy? Why not? What are we getting from Jerry Jeudy? Drops? Stepping out of bounds on easy touchdowns? I mean, what are we getting from Jerry Jeudy? Just play Zamir and see what happens. All right, David asking if you had to choose Johnston or Palmer tonight. I'm going to go Johnston. He caught some passes last week with stick. Palmer coming back from injury. Go for the upside of Johnston. And Felix, DK or DJ Moore? I'm going DJ Moore. It's hard to sit DJ Moore. He's been so good most weeks with Justin Fields. I don't even care about the matchup. Plus, we might get Drew Lock again. I'm going DJ Moore. All right, guys. It looks like I'm somehow all caught up here. Have I missed anybody? Jan Tanner. Should I start Zamir White or Gibby? Just give me Gibson. He'll catch passes. Brian Robinson might not play. Just give me Gibson. Okay, here I can easily say Stafford. Stafford or Goff, just go Stafford. Easy. 369 Ryan, what's up? Another defense question. Raiders, Titans, or Broncos? Again, I'm going to go Raiders. At home, Easton Stick, so much upside. I'm going to go Raiders here. Ferguson or Ingram? I think you got to go Ingram. With Christian Kirk out, he's been so good. So good. I think you got to go Ingram. I do like Ferguson, but going Ingram. Now here, I might go Ferguson, McBride or Ferguson, because McBride, I mean, against the 49ers, Fred Warner, you can't love that. So here I might go Ferguson. All right, let's talk Carson off the ledge. Eckler or Chuba? I'm still going Eckler. He should catch a bunch of dump-offs tonight. Raiders aren't a tough matchup. He still has some touchdown upside. I'm going Eckler over Chuba. All right, we'll do a few more, and then I'll get out of here. Zamir, Palmer, or Spears? Man. Just don't know what we're going to get from Zamir White tonight. Maybe just go Palmer and PPR, hope for the best. Jaden Reed doesn't play. DeMarcus Robinson or Wandale? Give me DeMarcus. I'm not playing Wandale. I'm not chasing that game last week. DeMarcus Robinson gets Commanders. I'll start him. Moss or... Oops, what happened? Moss or Elliott? I'll still go Moss. I'll give him one more chance. It's a good matchup at home against the Steelers. I'll go Moss. Rashee Rice or Smitty? I assume you mean Devonta Smith? I'm going Devonta Smith. I can't. I like Rashee Rice this year, but not over Smith. All right. Amy NFL girl again. Pick one. London Collins, Rice. Rice. Going Rice. Any flex worthy over Gibbs or Reed? I might go Rice over Reed, depending on his injury status. All right, guys. A few more. Marcus saying I forgot to answer his one flex. All right. Well, let's go back. That was way at the very beginning, Marcus. Apologies. All right. 2 running backs in this crazy. I think I said Eckler. I think I said Eckler, Monty, and Zeke would be your flex. And then I said 2 wide receivers would be. I said just don't even risk it with Tyreek Hill. Just go Amon-Ra and A.J. Brown. And then I said Kelsey at tight end and probably the Saints D. Yeah, just play Eckler, Monty, and Zeke. That point per carry is just huge. Huge for Zeke. Do you play Eckler tonight? I do. I've got him. Actually, I have a bye with him. I am playing against him, but I would play him. I would play him tonight, yes. All right, let's do it. Why not? Another D question. Jets, Saints, Falcons, or Dolphins? I think you got to go Dolphins. There's so much upside. I mean, again, Falcons safe. Falcons safe. All right, K9 or Zamir White have answered this a bunch. K9. Just a better player. All right. A couple more here, guys, and I got to get out of here. Brandon Cooks, Zamir White, or Gibson. If Brian Robinson is out, it's Gibson. Otherwise, I'll go Brandon Cooks and hope he hits a big play. Gibbs or Monty or both? Both. Play them both if you can. Against the Broncos, I will happily play them both. Shaheed or Zay Jones if Olave sits? I don't think Olave's sitting. Just give me Zay Jones. He got 14 targets last week. Gibbs or Eckler? I've answered this one a few times. It's really close, but I might just go Gibbs. More explosive, gets better matchup. I might just go Gibbs. It doesn't have Easton Stick. He's got Jared Goff. All right. Last couple. Jeremy, crappy defense situation. Titans, Chargers, or Jets? Probably Titans against Davis Mills at home. Titans, Davis Mills. Christian, pick 3. Cup, Ayuk, Evans. Just play the first 3. I like Sutton. I like Rice, but I'm not playing them over those guys. And you don't need to risk it with Jefferson when you have those 3 guys. First 3. Mahomes or Russell Wilson? I've answered this a bunch. Mahomes still. Still going Mahomes. Williams or Zeke? I'm not sure which Williams. If it's Javonte, I go Zeke. I can't really think of a Williams I would play over Zeke. So probably Zeke. Bills or Cowboys defense? Neither. Just go Chargers against Raiders if that's your choices. All right, last one here. Jamar or Garrett Wilson in the flex? You got to go Jamar still. I think you got to go Jamar. All right, guys. All right, I got sucked into one more. Amari Cooper or Lockett? I probably just go Cooper. 14 targets, 7 catches, 77 yards. Unless Geno Smith somehow plays, but even then, I might just go Lockett. All right, guys. It's almost game time. It's almost the first round of your fantasy playoffs. Don't forget, you still have time to go use this Austin Eckler new customer special and use this endgame promo code to get $100% deposit match up to $100. 100% deposit match up to $100. So you can draft with us tomorrow using Underdog's money. You can also use this pick using Underdog's money. Great way to keep you invested in fantasy football, even if you're out of it, sadly. Or even if you lose this week, which let's hope none of you lose. But if you do, some of us are going to lose this week, unfortunately. You can still be invested. You can still have fun with fantasy football. All right, guys. I appreciate each and every one of you for being on here and dealing with my coughing. Like I said, I'll be back tomorrow afternoonish for the draft. And then we will be back Saturday morning early, 7 a.m. Pacific, 10 a.m. Eastern, because there are 3 games that day to get you ready for those games. And then, of course, Sunday morning early again. Good luck this week, everybody. I hope you all win your matchups, and we see you all next week.